Hey everyone, welcome to the Hapori Podcast, episode 15. I'm Thatch Mac.
I am Renzo Mox.
I'm Bionic Kasai.
I'm Toa Kirminakoto.
And I am Comrade.
What? Who's this guy?
Yeah,
Who is this funny
Did
man?
we let another?
Comrade.
Did we not let another rando into our studio?
This is a funny
Is
man.
this a- Is there a
This
last
is where I
name?
leave, isn't it?
Yes.
Is there a last name to this
See ya.
comrade?
There's the door.
There's
Yeah,
more
what's-
to comrade. He's also
Explain
awoke.
yourself, buddy.
But I am Comrade Wolfie. I have what's been a year now, near enough?
Almost.
Almost.
Get in there.
I've been
Get
a
in touch club.
sleeper. I've been a sleeper member of the Hapori. No one knows about me.
Yeah,
don't know.
secret
He's a Russian spy. He's a sleeper
Russian
agent.
spy. Comrade brings the
A
vodka.
Russian furry spy. That's
Oh, all right.
He's not Russian.
Why a furry? Did you go to FurCon or whatever?
Shut up. Shut up.
FurCon.
Furcon.
Anyway, comrade. So yeah, this is your official debut to the Hapori. I mean, you've been a member for a while, and we've mentioned you here and there, but finally
yeah,
we got you.
welcome. If we can say, he's been around. He's been lurking. I actually knew Comrade before I knew any. Oh, sorry, I'm like super sick, so I'm sorry if I sound like a smoker. But I actually known Comrade for like more than anyone else in the Hapori. It was before we did the whole Skype thing and the whole group thing. But Comrade is the dude who so you probably know him. The easiest way to know him is from Fodham. He voices Nuju. You know.
Yeah.
Someone had to check on the guys in the garage. That guy.
That guy.
Wow.
Didn't I voice that psychotic Evo?
Yes.
Yeah, you
Yes,
Evo
you
2
did.
a way long
And
time ago.
currently, shameless plug, he's voicing a villain in Renzo right now. So
Yeah, and he also was like
Oh,
a huge part of
shame.
Chronicle, and he wrote the later 2 episodes with the Dliwa and Onua. He wrote that.
you guys
The good-
don't
the good
know.
part.
You guys don't know, but he does a lot behind the scenes, even though he's not active on his channel.
Yeah, he's
amazing.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a grand
Hopefully
total
he'll
of
turn that around.
6 subscribers. So yeah,
Like,
please
Try.
it'll
Try.
change.
In-
It will
in the
change.
description.
Yeah.
Don't
Practice
worry.
everything you got.
Miri's channel has like 76 subscribers. So,
Miri's got her own little fan club.
70 more than I have.
well, yeah, but I promise you'll definitely get more after this. So yeah, Comrade, what do you do? What do you contribute to this stupid group?
Hey,
I
only
waste
stupid.
money buying the same set 15 times over.
Yes,
Yes, that's what he does. He
Comrade
buys-
is an army builder, and look on screen.
not of battle packs. No.
Oh,
He buys
I do one step further.
Stormtroopers. Full on $20 construction stormtroopers, and it's
Yep.
wonderful.
It's a waste of money.
It's
it's
what
not.
is it right now? You've
It's
got
a wise investment.
Yeah, what is the total for all of them that you've got?
I want to say it's 15 First Order troopers, 2
7
First
Death
Order TIE
Troopers.
pilots, 4 Praetorian guards, a Phasma. I had 2 Phasmas, but one's in spares. A mock of Captain Cardinal, which is like a Star Wars character from.
How
the
many
book.
Death Troopers do you
Yeah.
have?
got
I have 8. I have
Eight?
7 or 8 Death Troopers. One of the 2.
Sure.
you have 7 in that picture you showed us. So
Yeah,
I
the picture will be in
think
the
I have
video.
8.
You
Or
look
7.
at it,
I have
he's got
7
a frick ton of dudes.
in the picture. I have
um
11 Shore Troopers.
So, have you ever counted them all together? How many troopers in total?
Not in person. Not.
It has to be like at least 40, right?
He
you've got
in the picture
I think
he
it's
sent
got
in this
3
picture.
scout troopers.
Oh, sorry.
He's got 3 scout troopers, a range trooper, and 8 original trilogy stormtroopers. I think Imperial troopers total you've got like 30, right? From like the prequel, from like the original trilogy and the new additions to that era, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think I like a total of 20 for sequel trilogy era so far.
So, wow. Yeah, so like
Dang,
50.
you're crazy,
50
man.
troopers.
So overall, whatever. Let's move on.
Yeah, I know he's got some stuff. He's like the only
He's
collector I know.
yeah, he's the only buildable figure army trooper army builder we've ever met.
Yeah, he really
Yeah.
is. It's not very common,
Well,
actually, so it's
someone
cool.
has to be.
You're right.
Yeah.
Someone had to from the guys in the garage.
There's one
Someone had
madman.
someone had to fill that space in the community, and it was Comrade.
It was this random guy that we met off the street named Comrade Wolfie.
Because
Thatch
no one
just
else would do
dragged
it.
me in
No one else
from
is
the
mad
side
enough.
of the ocean.
I went into the winterlands and
Shut
I
up.
started
Anyways,
facing
so
the wolves.
Comrade.
I felt right.
So we've been gone for a little while,
Yes, long
Like
time.
5
Right?
months.
We have.
and no, it's been like a week, I think, right?
No, it's been
Yeah.
like
It's
5
been
months.
four. It's been
I
4
thought it was
days.
like a
A
2-day
very
break.
long week.
Boys just doing a
It was
podcast.
just a long weekend, is all.
No,
But
it
so
wasn't. It was
gone on.
5 months. It was
a
the
lot
longest
has gone
summer.
on in the community, and we're not going to be able to touch on everything because we're kind of pressed for time for Comrade at least.
Are we
Um,
just gonna skip his self mock then, my guy?
We're not at that point yet, my guy.
No, we're
Community
not.
comes first.
What? No. Okay.
Oh, I
no,
see.
Yeah, it does. You guys are wrong.
I mean, Comrade's gonna have to go in like 15 minutes.
Okay.
We'll run through this. It's not too crazy. So
So. Okay.
TTV late last summer
Oh,
kicked
frick,
out
I don't
LJ.
get to talk about the bottom 6 update. All right, never mind. It's fine.
No, you can do that
Later.
after.
Yeah.
We'll do that after the mocks. Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
So TTV kicked out LJ, and recently freaking Kahi
Comrade.
quit.
Yes, I joined the Hapori and TTV.
At the
He
same
is playing
time.
both
Friggin'
teams. He's gonna
traitor.
join the
He's a-
BBC podcast soon.
He's a double agent.
He is.
So Purple like took a break, quote unquote, for like 5 minutes, and was back. And
So
then
yeah,
they
so
added
Kahi got fired, and this is LJ's been gone this whole time. Kahi got fired. Purple went, I'm out for like a day,
Mhm.
and then she was back.
she was back, and then LJ got rehired, and then they added a new member who I forgot her name.
It's
I
some
know-
Pandemic Panda, I'm sure.
No,
And then-
Dead Matoro. Dead Matoro.
and now they're like pushing other older members that weren't really active a whole lot.
Yeah, they're
more,
like
too.
coming back in their own weird deformed phoenix.
So it's weird. It's really weird.
It's this mutated, dysfunctional dying.
Dysfunctional
Phoenix.
Phoenix. There you go.
There,
But
I think we found the title for today's episode.
No, we'll get to
No,
that.
no,
We'll get
Dysfunctional Phoenix.
we'll get to it.
I can do a Photoshop picture of it. Never mind. I'm
No,
not
you
gonna do that
can't.
right now.
It's got
No, you
like
can't.
3 wings
Nasty.
on one side and like 1 on the other.
Somebody send me a
Um,
picture of a phoenix and I'll get it done.
Also,
So,
fun fact, I don't think
besides-
anyone apart from Thatch knew about this, but when I first started, I thought LJ's name was Elijah for some reason.
I thought it was Ellie.
Elijah Johnson.
I mean, I thought it was Lej. So I mean, that's just me.
LEJ. Wow. all right.
LJ's? That sounds like McDonald's.
Well,
like
because
a
I saw
McDonald's.
the J and I thought it was an
It
I.
sounds like a shoe company.
It does.
LJ's.
Lej's.
Yeah,
LEJ's.
my
Oh,
brain
good
my
J.
brain do good.
Right.
No, it was
So this
cool,
is
though.
weird. This is really weird. But who cares
Yeah,
about that?
LJ's back. And then they're like,
So-
they decided they're gonna redo their thing, and they're not gonna try and be as much of a company.
But they
They're gonna
are.
be a friend group first. So I don't. I haven't
Yeah,
actually looked at
so-
their channel since it happened, so I don't know what they're actually doing. But
I've checked
Make
in
it
once or
interesting.
twice, but so they were on this real downward spiral since they fired LJ, right?
Yep.
Their content was just becoming garbage. Nobody cared anymore. People were leaving, and they were just pushing out memes. And they had a series where they were just trashing on their fans in the comments. So
I never watched a single one. So
I don't watch their videos. I just see them. So
I watched like one of that series. Just
Yeah.
those. But so they made a video like, oh, we're sorry, we're gonna change or whatever. We're gonna stop focusing on the company part because we let that take over the friendship part or whatever. And then the next day they continue to put out the same content.
I know.
Well,
It's-
maybe that's it sounds like what they want to do is they want to do what they want to do, and I don't know if it's what anybody else wants them to do, but at
Yeah.
least it's not as like fake as it was before. I mean, even if nobody wants to watch it, at least they're doing what they want to do. So
Mhm.
even if no one else wants to watch it, I mean, it's better than them like being weird and like how they were how it felt like they were all robots or androids going through the motions.
Hmm.
At least now they're
Yeah.
making videos that no one likes, but at least they're not androids anymore, so that's better. But
So
Yeah.
it's better than trying to make a profit off of something that nobody wants to profit them for.
Yeah, nobody wants to watch. Yeah.
It's
I kind of feel bad for them, but at the same time, like they just got so bad to the point like I don't really care.
it
anymore.
sucks because the G2 era.
They have like,
All right.
it's really confusing. Okay, so we're saying all this, and we're saying like oh, it's so weird that LJ came back. Like we don't actually know the specific
No, we don't.
circumstances for anyone leaving or anyone joining. This probably makes at least a little bit more sense if you actually knew why they left in the first place,
Mhm.
in the circumstances they left under, because we just don't know.
Definitely.
So, I gotta say, I'm gonna really miss Cocky. I don't know what he's doing, but I talked to him at Brick Fair. He was a really, really nice guy at Brick Fair. All of them are really nice,
Yeah.
but at Brick Fair, Cocky was like genuinely gave us tips and like, and they weren't even like high and mighty tips. He was really down to earth about it. It was really cool.
Yeah, Kahi was
so
a cool dude.
I'm gonna miss him. I know
Does
that a lot more.
Does anyone know if he's been? Does anyone know if he's been doing anything since?
I
left?
don't. I have no idea.
No, I don't. I think he's pretty much done with the Lego community. I don't know.
You can
He's in
check.
the basement somewhere, frying in the field position.
I mean, but he's like, I mean, you know what though? I gotta say, if anyone is gonna get kicked out and succeed, it's Kahi. He's like a freaking businessman, lawyer kind of guy. So
Isn't he actually
least
like the
he's fine.
businessman too?
Outside of the community, definitely Kahi. Inside the community, definitely LJ. Because
definitely LJ.
after he quit, he just blew up way more. Like
Yeah, but
it was really good for him.
really great videos too with all the live streams. He was doing a fantastic
Mhm.
job with that.
And he's still doing that, even though he's in TV again, and TTV again, not TV. And I'm really glad for that because I was worried he was gonna quit making his series when he rejoined.
Yeah.
But
you know what? I'm gonna check out their channel. Right, I want to see what their newest video is because I have not looked at it in like 2 months.
all right.
So yeah, TTV did a goofy
Should I
thing.
compare the eye bleach?
Yes,
Yeah.
but oh, okay.
So-
Let's talk about this now.
But I do know that TTV is going to Brick Fair again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to talking to them again. I'm looking to see LJ again and talking to him. It's gonna be cool.
Yeah. And LJ even like messaged you on the board.
Yeah, he's like, hey, you guys are going to whatever. I'll see
Yeah.
you there.
Yeah. So
Shut up.
we were gone for a while, as we established.
We're gonna.
And some new sets came out. So let's talk about those a little bit. We don't want to talk about them too long because they're old news by now.
Oh, they're just doing clips and pocket, and they did a Civil
It's
War
not old
update.
news.
They're not doing anything crazy.
I mean they're like a month old now.
Okay, well that's not super old.
It's
But,
2 weeks.
Yeah, it's
So-
kind of. I mean, I don't know, man. I just missed them.
Came
Um,
out, are you talking about the Star Wars figures?
yeah.
They came out.
So,
like, a week
there's
ago.
Darth Maul, Han Solo, and the Range Trooper. And I think the general consensus is the Range Trooper is the best one.
Yes.
Oh, it's the helmet by default. That's kind
And
of
then
thing.
the weird fluffy stuff. I'm digging the fluff. I'm digging the
He's-
fluff on it.
He's a big boy trooper. He looks like a Russian man. He's
So
He's got fluff. He's
let's
got
go-
some fluff.
let's
I
go
would,
over
like,
who-
rub my
okay.
cheek on the fluff of his thing. That'd be
So
nice.
let's go over who actually has these sets, just so
okay,
no one.
so
nobody.
has sorry.
Whoa, Okoto.
Whoopsies.
Who's
Renzo.
in-
Who the
Renzo.
heck is he?
Okay, so Toa Kodo has the Range Trooper and Darth Maul.
I sold them to the black market.
Oh wow.
I sold
Never
them.
mind.
He sold them to the Sith.
He sold them to the Black Order.
Shut up.
No,
So and then Comrade, you have all three of them, right?
I have all 3 at the cost of only 1 kidney.
Yep.
Oh wow.
So
you got another one, right?
Is that it?
No, I'm kind of in
really?
debt by 5 kidneys.
Oh
Yeah, there's
ooh,
only
that's
3
not- ooh,
sets in that
alright.
wave. I didn't buy Han because it's ugly. So
Maybe we can 3D print
like,
you another
like
kidney.
okay, so
Hey,
let's.
Han has those parts that you'll have been deprived for about 4 years.
Makoto's not a Marcus though. He doesn't care.
It's parts though.
So yeah, but so the consensus is like the range. What is it, the Range Trooper? Is that what it's called?
yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know if it's. I kept thinking it's Magno Trooper. for some
Ew,
reason.
what?
Magno
Why?
Trooper, but
He's got the
Magno.
magnetic
he's
boots.
got mag boots.
Oh,
using the 2015 armor shells.
thought you meant like a magma trooper. I was like, what?
Magma. Oh, there's already a Magma Trooper.
Is there? Okay.
There's a trooper for everything.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a magma trooper, but it's basically like a standard Stormy with like silver
By
shins.
the end of this.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
by
you
the end of
guys-
the whole Disney Star Wars thing, we're gonna have a whole Toa team.
If you guys want Comrade to say random facts about Star Wars, then he's your man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes, I
he's
am,
the
very much so.
he's the Star Wars trivia guy.
So Otto's the comic book guy, but Comrade's like the Star Wars guy.
But so Comrade, Akoto, do you guys want to like run over your thoughts on the sets that you have real quick?
Comrade, you can go first.
Okay,
He has all
range.
three of them.
I mean, I'm a trooper collector, so always I'm slightly biased towards it, but it is one of the better ones. I mean, the cloth especially helps. Otherwise, it's not.
So soft, so
that-
squish.
You
Yeah,
didn't-
that helps as well.
You didn't even have it.
I want to knit a blanket of just made out of the cloth parts.
You just
from-
want to buy a load of those cloth pieces off
Yeah.
Bricklink, sew them together, make a giant blanket.
Yes, that would be nice.
The thing is, Lego probably has giant sheets of that cloth.
Oh yeah.
I
Um.
want to
They just cut up
get
into-
clothing made out of that and wear it for the rest of my life.
Ew.
Anyway, continue, Comrade.
Yes. I'm. Oh, he has more of those thigh shells in white, which we only got in the original trilogy Stormy,
Hmm.
Yeah, I
So
keep
they're
losing
good.
those too, so that's nice.
and a couple more of those Scout Trooper add-ons for the arms and knees, which were only in white in the Scout Trooper set.
Mhm.
So they're good to get.
Who has the Scout
And the
Trooper add-ons?
blaster.
The
blaster.
the trooper dude,
Range trooper under
Mango,
his
Ma-
little
Mango,
skirt
Mango,
piece.
Mango trooper.
Under his
Under
little
the
skirt piece.
waist cape bits to the
I didn't know that.
add-ons.
I for some reason I thought you were saying under his armpit this entire time, and I was like,
Yes, under his
He's got-
armpit hair.
He's got some sweet armpit plates, guys.
You would need
Yes,
that.
under his waist cape, he has
He's got
two of the
deodorant
add-ons in white attached to
inside
the
of it.
thigh armor to keep like the cloth in place. Otherwise, it just
Oh,
falls
yeah.
down.
oh, that's cool.
That's nice. I didn't know that.
Yep.
So he's cool.
But
He's got those
he
weird little
really-
feet.
only real downfall I see, apart from like a bit of an articulation, is that the back he could have been a lot less pieces. They just wanted to be over 100.
Mm.
Yeah.
He's
The back of him,
And the
He
feet
has a
look a
lot
little
of-
goofy. I'm not gonna lie, the feet are a little weird.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of those.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think a better foot design would have been if like they revamped the Mata foot.
Yes, we need a new foot, Lego. Please give us a new foot.
They won't though. It costs too
Need a
much
foot
money.
that has like articulation in it, so like you have two parts of a foot, so you can like
Well, quit
actually
giving
bend the
us
foot.
like roll.
Okay, let's not get into fantasy realm, Comrade. Lego's too cheap for articulated feet.
I
Oh.
can dream, man.
That is
gonna
that
go
is
with
way
the
too
fantasy
complex for
realm.
Lego. Wow.
But yeah, so while we're on the range trooper, Kodo, what do you think about the range trooper?
I like the range trooper a lot. He's very unique, and I love the cloth pieces he has around his neck and his skirt kind of waist, and I love the gun piece, the recolor in white. Very cool.
Yeah,
very
I really
different.
want that.
It is nice and white.
The helmet surprised me the most when I first started building them. It's very detailed. It's bigger than the other helmets, and I love them a lot. I don't. The 2015 armor shells don't really bother me. I think they kind of suit him. They don't look too weird in my opinion, but everyone has a different visual look towards of how that. But it doesn't bother me at all. I'm kind of an all-around guy. Like, oh, I like this and like that. But it's the same thing for every other figure except for Darth Maul, which we'll get on later. But yeah, I love
Another thing that surprised me about the range trooper was the visor being gold. I
Yes.
was expecting.
I
I thought it was yellow.
Oh, he's got like a Master
Yeah.
Chief.
Yeah, I was
It's
about to
like-
mention that.
It's like gold print, and it's really interesting.
Yeah, it is beautiful. It's one of my favorite parts about
That-
like
that-
that
yeah.
gold.
That did
Just
shock
astonishing.
me. I saw that and I was like, whoa.
Whoa, I don't know. Hold on, I'm missing out on a boy.
His visor in his head is
So
gold.
the
Like Master Chief visor.
No.
no, so like you know how stormtrooper helmets they have like the lenses for their eyes.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's like one connected lens and it's painted gold.
like Master Chief.
No.
Yeah, I mean it's
Not
gold,
Master
but
Chief.
Master Chief's is more orange. Whatever. It's like Master Chief.
Not Master
Like
Chief.
Master Chief.
Oh, it's gold. Oh, I thought it was yellow.
Yeah,
One
me
very
too.
big
Me
difference.
too.
It
Master
is
Chief
gold.
can aim.
Oh.
Yeah.
so far.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
these
hey,
guys
hey,
can-
hey, hey, hey! We haven't seen these guys in action yet.
They're
They
not
might
around
be-
anymore. They're
called
gone.
range- What if because they're called range troopers, like they are really accurate only in long range.
They're
though,
not
so
in the-
people
they're-
think they just suck.
They're not in the
They're
original.
actually, apparently, judging by their Marvel or not their Star Wars Black Series bio, they're apparently like frontier troopers. Like explorer troopers, which is
So
interesting.
they can
Okay,
hunt
well,
wildebeest and
they're
bison,
not-
no problem. But
okay, well-
humans, no.
Okay, well, they're not in the original trilogy, so they're all dead. Who cares?
They all
Anyways.
have to die because they're not in the original.
Anyways, let's talk about
Every
stupid.
single one has to
Let's
die.
let's talk about
trilogies.
stupid.
Let's go on to Darth Maul.
Yeah,
because Okoto likes him too. And
yeah.
then we'll go on to Han last. So,
God.
Conrad, thoughts on Maul?
What is there to say? I mean, his arms. Well, we'll get to the
Disgusting.
arms in a bit.
Disgusting.
He'll get
It's
there.
like it's like it's like C-3PO's arm on his character, only worse.
At
Mm.
least the C-3PO has some sort of bend.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh
but-
my god. I kind of
Yeah,
want
the legs
maybe
are really
Darth
the
Maul.
arms are. Oh my god, the arm. No, just rebuild them. Get some standard CCPS limbs and just make them
Yeah.
good.
Now, what do you think, Okoto?
I was.
Oh, well, hang on. Hold on. He just talked
Fine.
about the arms. There's a whole other rest of the figure.
I'm trying to end this. You're friggin' rushing everybody.
Wow, you're trying to kill everyone.
I am.
Yeah, but no, let Comrade finish.
Yeah,
I've
it's
got all
fine. We'll get there.
Okay.
We're almost
It's
done.
fine.
The good
Okay,
points
Comrade.
about Maul. I like the head. I mean, yes,
Mm.
the eyes are a bit lopsided, and I think he's just a bit of a one of the eyes is looking inward too much.
Looks like Cliff.
Yeah. That might just
You
be
look-
yours, though. That might be a printing malfunction.
Yeah, but apart from that, it's a good head mold. It's probably I would say it's probably my favorite non-helmeted one so far.
It
Apart from
Even
Kenobi.
more than like Obi-Wan.
No, well, one of my favorite. Obi-Wan's still the top because we're used to him looking like that.
Yeah.
it's
But Maul's a close second.
from the
Right.
looks of it. It definitely looks like one of the better humanoid heads. That is.
Yeah, it
Did you
just
just
stinks
Yeah.
because
assume
he
species?
always. The only problem is that he always looks constipated.
I mean, well, yeah, but what can you expect?
I mean, yeah, but he's an angry man.
He got his waist cut off. What can you expect?
He's all. I
Just
guess
speak-
he's
No,
more
that's-
constipated if you don't have
He
a brain.
has his legs in that set, so that is his face in the process of getting his legs cut off.
That's a play feature in the
Ooh,
next.
yeah,
That's a play feature.
That's his play
And
feature.
the shoulders. I like the shoulder armor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's an interesting piece.
Yeah, I mean, like
Yeah.
Probably the-
I want to get it.
I want to get it.
I want to
I
get
want.
it. I want my
and
book.
that the new neck piece they've introduced.
It's
Toilet bowl.
useless.
It works better for Maul than Han. Let's just say.
Ooh, I don't know. I don't like
Frodo.
this girls doesn't connect.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on Maul?
So, unpopular, but I like part of him. It's just the arms really ruin it, which is obvious. I mean, it's really if you take the hilts off the lightsaber piece, the whole hilt assembly, he is absolutely horrendous without the hilt on. And you can fling his arms around like he's playing drums, like animals and puppets. So if that's a good analogy for you, then I did good today.
Playing drums like the ants from the new Ant-Man and the Wasp trailer.
Yes, that too.
Oh god.
Freaking-
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. Apparently, Jang loves Maul though, which was surprising to me.
I'll give them this.
I mean, I give Lego credit for
Yeah.
trying something new.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why I wanted
It's
I just wish they would have given you the option to not have it, because the Masters and Uniters, their play functions don't hinder their posability like Maul's does, and it just kind of feels like a step back the way it does.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind as much if they gave the option for
Yeah.
standard CCS arms.
Yeah, that just I don't know.
Yeah, but they wouldn't do that because Lego's lazy.
That's being
costs
expensive.
it costs money to put parts in a box.
Look at Wasp's helmet
Um,
in the Ant-Man and the Wasp set.
Yeah,
Put in what another
Thatch
6
Thatch is
pieces.
really bitter
He's
about
really
a
upset.
minifigure that he's never gonna
I
own.
love the Wasp's costume so much, and they just made it look so gross.
If you guys have no idea what we're talking about.
Comrade, what do you think about Han? Since you're the only one who has him in the Hapori.
I'll go over the good points first. I like the new add-on, shoulder add-on. It's a good redesign, but not a redesign. It's like I think I've said a couple before on chat. It's it resembles Cody's shoulder design
It-
in Revenge of the Sith.
It's kind of like the evolution of the previous shoulder pad.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like the more intense, chiseled,
It's the-
weights version.
It's the big boy shoulder pad.
It's the big boy. It's the Superman to
Of
the
shoulder
other
pads.
ones. Yeah, the Superman.
And it
shoulder
has
pad.
like a cut in the design, like the Praetorian armor, so it doesn't hinder movement.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like that's gonna be a running theme with all their new shoulder armors.
Well, we're not get any more news from
Yeah, we'll get
Thatch,
there.
that's a.
Comes later.
But yeah, so continue, comrade. You were listing off the pros.
I like the printing on his thigh armor because actually it has like the red lines that we see in New Hope and all that.
Yeah, and that would be useful if one side didn't have a friggin' harness strap going across.
Well, there's always Bricklink, or if you're mad enough like me, eventually get a second one.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone on the planet is gonna buy 2 Han Solos.
I will.
Okay, Renzo, I'm holding you to that for the rest of the
I'm
time.
not. No
That's
way.
not true. I haven't even
No,
bought.
Renzo, you said it. You're gonna hold up, but you're getting 2 Han.
I haven't even
Um,
bought
You gotta-
Boba
you gotta
yet, my
commit,
guy.
boy.
Yeah, it's happening.
And I
Alright.
like the blasters, but I think that's pretty much all I can say that's good of the set, aside from
You're-
like the recolors.
You were very hesitant about
What
it.
is his
Yeah,
head?
he
How
does-
does his head? How is his head? Would you?
Oh
He does
no.
have those brown forelongs, just as a side note. But yeah, what do you think about his head?
That's about the best way to describe it.
I still think Luke's is probably the worst.
List off. Yeah, Luke's is awful. But list off
Luke
your.
looks like a
negatives.
thumb.
Looks like a thumb
List off
thumb.
my what?
I will give Luke's head credit.
No.
It was turned into a very convincing Galador kid head. So that was impressive.
You mean
But
Max?
that's the only good thing about
Max from Galador.
Luke,
Plus,
Sky
go ahead.
Thumber.
Editor,
Don't
put
worry,
that picture up
sure,
on. Put that picture. There you go.
Luke Thumbwalker.
Shut up.
gotta-
Anyways,
You can't put the completed picture. You got to do like the shaved picture where they ripped off Luke's hair.
yeah, editor,
Yeah,
do
no,
that.
we did, and yeah. That was. I loved that freaking the Galador League April Fools was so good. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. So, comrade, what were your negatives about Han?
it's just the torso armor. They need the torso chest piece. They need to think of something else because it works well for armored characters, yes, but if you're wearing a jacket, no.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like this. It's like when they gave Jin the weird slim like lady, beach
Doesn't
model
work.
torso, and she had a jacket on. It looks so
I mean that
weird.
works
No.
better.
I mean, maybe.
Because that was horrible.
It does work better than the segmented, friggin' giant pecs torso.
Yeah,
that
well, but it looks weird. Like it looks like she's wearing a jacket, but then she's wearing some like skin tight like plastic wrap that's like hugging it to her body. It's so weird.
That's what it
she
is.
just glued her
think the
jacket
best-
to her shirt.
They forced it on
The thing
her.
they've done is with like the first Ray, where they had like the standard Hero Factory torso piece
I
with like
never
cloth
liked-
over it.
She looked really like cardboard level, like flat in her chest. It was weird.
Oh God. Okay, Kasai, listen, buddy.
I'm talking
Hey,
about like her
family
entire
friendly.
torso was like flat.
Let's not get inappropriate.
Listen,
here,
man.
boys.
Some people are different. Okay. So what's
Some
going
people
on,
are
Hapori? What do you
different.
think of? I'm trying to.
He
move on.
doesn't
Okoto-
have Maul.
Okoto doesn't get to talk about.
Hey
Han.
Okoto, what do you
So,
think about the
I-
no? Hey Okoto, what do you think about the rumors of the cancellation of the Star Wars CCBS theme? That's a
Hey, so I was gonna do a good transition, you idiot. but
no. This is not what this podcast is
Okoto,
about.
We need to move on right now. What is your?
Okoto.
Okay, so now, speaking of crappy Star Wars sets,
Oh my God.
Star Wars is probably gonna end. So, what do you guys think? What's do you think?
Okay, well here's what's going down. Let me go in depth because it's a bit of a story. So, what happened is Lego made the sets, or they made some or whatever. They designed them and they're like, okay guys, but they went to the retailers and they're like, okay, anybody want to buy the sets for stock? And all the retailers said, hell no, those things sell horribly. And then the only person that does buy their sets was Toys R Us.
Yep.
Closing down, so no one bought the sets. So they're probably canceled and construction is probably done.
Which
Well,
with
that's-
our
Hang on,
channels.
I would like to point out that is rumors and speculation. That is
But
not confirmed.
that's the most logical. Like putting the pieces together makes the most.
It does make sense. My Walmart isn't buying any of the newer sets anymore, so I don't know if that's just Canada because it sucks. But
No,
the-
mine gets like none of them.
okay.
It was
So
Toys
reckon
R Us
the
was the
only
only place over here that would
chance
get any.
it has
Every
like
every Target I go to always has the new sets, so I know
Okay.
Target is at least buying.
well, you guys got Target over there. Our Target bombed. Whatever. It doesn't.
My Target
Kasai,
is
that was actually
Luke's
the
and
complete
Obi-Wan's.
opposite.
All we
Kasai,
have.
that was the complete opposite for me. I went to my Targets I thought would be there. None of the figures were there. Everything was like sold out. I mean, the only had was Darth Vader and Boba. But I had to order Darth Maul and the Rain Trooper on Amazon.
You should have asked if they would have been getting them in, but so I kind of see this as like the G2 cancellation rumors, where it's very likely. I don't want it to happen, but at this point, after
Yeah.
G2,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get my hopes up.
Yeah, don't just prepare for it. You know.
Okay.
yeah,
And
like
then it's
I'm
like-
here's-
like I don't want it to end, but at the same time I'm prepared for it just in case.
So
Yeah, just
for
assume it's ending. So then, if it doesn't, you're
firstly, we should address the fact that the G2 rumors were wrong. I'm pretty sure they said it was going to get canceled in 3 years, and then the official announcement.
No.
No?
The summer of 2016.
Really? I had no idea.
Because
Okay.
they said the marketing budget got cut, and everyone's like, oh god.
I mean, yeah, it
but-
was.
So here's
Okay.
the difference. If this happens, this will be the first time since friggin' Slicers started that we will not have a line of construction figures out and available.
That's true. Because at least with
Like,
Bion.
just slightly
Yeah,
weird.
you're right.
Just like Toys R Us closing down in America, this is the end of an era if it happens.
It is because
If it happens, construction's probably dead.
Bionicle
That's
G1
like-
ended, and I'm pretty sure, like, what, a wave later we got Hero Factory. So.
No, immediately after Bionicle ended, we got Ben 10, and then we got Hero Factory.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
we got
Also,
Ben
Ben
10
10,
during
like-
Stars. Ben 10 was going
Did
on.
we?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
okay.
Because if you looked in the Ben 10 instructions, they had ads for the stars.
Yeah.
If you looked in the stars, they had ads for Ben 10. Don't
Okay.
ask why I know this. I like Ben 10.
Thatch is gross, and he likes Ben 10.
And they
But
use
yeah,
some of the
so-
benefit
I do
parts
too,
of the
much.
original Hero Factory run.
Yeah, exactly. There's always been CCBS out or coming out, so this is weird.
Well,
There's always been some form of construction going on.
Yep.
So
whether
here's
it
what
be-
I'm thinking. I think right now I think Star Wars probably done. However, I'm not yet willing to say that construction is done because I do think there's still a 50-50 chance that next year there's some sort of new construction thing out. I feel like it would be really
There
weird.
is-
It's so out of character for Lego to not have that, and they always have consistently tried to hit that market somehow.
Right.
But I feel like there's still a good chance because
But-
of that like 50-50 they could do some sort
And-
of other thing next year.
One thing that does give me a little semblance of hope is very frequently in the Ninjago movie sets, they have been referencing like Galador and Bionicle, and they did the Galador April Fool's joke. So construction is fresh on their minds. It's just how much
The
do they want to put into it?
so the problem with
so
that is
I think I think
Sorry.
you got it right there, Kasai. I think you pretty much nailed it. I again I say 50-50 they do some sort of new thing next year, but it's hard to say right now. But I do think
Yeah.
that odds are not in Star Wars favor. I think we're about at an 80% chance that Star Wars is done, 20%
We-
chance it isn't.
We'll be lucky if they get one more wave, and if they do, it's probably going to be just those two sets that they had planned.
which if
But
they
I'd be
are,
happy if
thank
it was
goodness.
just it was those two sets.
I
'cause
need
they look
those.
like good
Yeah,
sets.
I need
And
those.
probably not even that. Honestly, if they do two sets, it'll probably just be the 501st Clone Trooper and the Battle Droid.
Aw.
They probably won't be Walker.
I really wish we were gonna get Yoda.
I never.
I-
Yoda was a Yoda was
Videos.
Yoda was a
Yoda's home
speculative.
is dead, so it doesn't matter as much to me anymore. But I would still love to
I
get
just
Yoda.
want a blank Phase 2 or just a blank Clone Trooper with an interchangeable head. That's all I want.
You're the only one who wants this. Comrade has a very, very specific need for this weird blank clone trooper that he can just switch around.
No, I would want that too.
Yeah,
but,
I want
I
to.
have
I-
contributed more than enough to construction over the years.
That's fine. Well, yeah, of
real
course you have.
quickly, before we move on, let's just get like a few ideas of what you guys might want to see
Okay,
replace
let's
the Star Wars
not.
construction.
Let's just kind of let's not be like before we move on. Let's just let this fly out naturally because this has been a really good discussion.
This has.
Okay, wait.
Okay.
Well, I gotta go now. So yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
crap.
Perfect segue
Okay.
into
Never mind
We're
then.
going to talk about what we
I'll
would like.
try.
to do in the future.
Okay, goodbye, comrade. It was good
Goodbye,
having you
comrade.
I'll try
on.
to join
Thank
more
you for
later. So
joining. Never got to talk about yourself, Monk. That's okay.
That don't talk about.
Okay.
oh, do it next time.
All right, comrade. Thank you
All
for
right.
joining. Welcome.
See you
joining.
again in 5 more months, comrade.
Okay, shut up.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Later, dude.
I love you, comrade. Goodbye.
Love you.
God, dude.
Oh well. So yeah. Do we want to talk about?
Yeah.
Well,
I've got
Anything
an
you'd like to see?
idea. I've got an idea of what I would
Okay.
like to see. I don't
Okay.
want them to. What I don't want is I don't want them to launch a board with a brand new, big budgeted theme that will just fail. I don't want them to
No.
launch with a new Bionicle or a new Hero Factory. I want them to do something small scale. I want them to do something where like they release 6 sets and they're each like $10 or they're each like $12 and then they're just like little robots or something or they're just little things because I don't
Yeah.
think that they should be plunging too much budget and what they need to do is slowly build it up again because right now we need to go back to Slizers like they needed back when Slizers came out construction like no one was on board with it.
But-
They needed to reestablish it. We're at that level again where they drove it right into the ground. They need to start small
Yeah.
scale and then build it up again.
They need to hit the construction reboot and
So-
start over.
There. So
And I
there's.
think
Yeah.
what
Sorry.
they need to release, just to build, is that they need to have some sort of something interesting about it, and then actually produce like a commercial or two for them.
Yeah, I honestly don't even think that they need to do much of a story. I just think they need to get a product that can be interesting that people want to buy. Like
So.
Yeah.
Slizers didn't have a story or
Right.
anything like that.
But was Slicer successful though?
Yeah, it was.
I had
But
no.
I-
Okay, I had no idea why it was. If it was actually successful.
It
or
wasn't.
not.
It wasn't as successful as Bionicle
Obvious-
was.
well,
but that
yeah.
was just because
But they
I'm
were
talking about,
still
like,
they were still
2001. But
yeah, they were still pretty successful.
was just-
for what they were.
it was something new, and they were just kind of building up. You know,
Mhm.
it was
Yeah.
this
They were
new
getting
introduction.
ready for Bionicle.
Yeah. So what they need to do is something like that. They need to start small, and if they stick with the same theme, then they need to start small and then just build it up. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, just do something really low key that will just be a fun little thing that
So-
you can get people into.
Yeah, so that is like ideally what they should do and the best business practice. But can I just like geek out for a second talking about how awesome a Marvel retool would be?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That'd be great.
We've
If they- if
we've
they
we've
did
talked
everything
about this a
Marvel-
lot, but I've really wanted to talk about it on a podcast. So if they went back and redid Marvel for something like Infinity War, think about how great those sets would be.
Yeah. They would just be the characters, but they could really pull that off.
Oh yeah.
They would be fantastic.
Even someone
Yeah.
like Star-Lord, he has a helmet and everything. Like they could make a really good Star-Lord.
They would do the helmet too. They would not. They would. Oh yeah, they'd do the helmet for sure.
There's a lot of masks and costumes in
Most of the
Yes,
characters have
Marvel.
masks or something.
yeah,
Most
most
of
of
them.
them do.
I think the only ones
They wouldn't do
the
black.
only,
Sorry.
really the only one you would need
Think
to
about
be
how cool
only
an
two.
Ant-Man buildable figure.
Ant-Man would actually be a really cool buildable figure. We'd probably get some dark red or
And
something.
they could have like a way that if you buy a few of Ant-Man, you can like combine them into a bigger one. Or something.
No.
Oh my gosh.
But they do have. I noticed friggin'. It would be great. The only problem is that there'd be a lot of printing and a lot of recolors, which recolors are awesome. So I don't mind that.
But I mean, they do a lot of printing and a lot of
They
recolors
do.
in the Star Wars.
And
game.
they have an
Already,
excuse. They
so.
can make so many different Iron Man suits.
Oh
So
yeah.
many.
Mhm.
And also, this theme is way better than Star Wars. No offense, because it's a lot more colorful than Star Wars.
A lot more
Not to
colorful
mention-
and a lot more masks.
Yes,
If they were gonna do it, I mean, the most opportune time already passed. Infinity
I know.
War,
right?
but
It
the
kind of
second best
sucks.
opportunity would be Infinity War Part 2, because now everyone's gonna want to see the heroes,
Yes.
succeed. Because spoilers.
No,
early.
no. Don't talk about it yet.
No, not
Okay,
yet.
we'll get there. Never mind.
And but I think if they did do something like it, they would do. I would think what they would do is they would do they would do like it's Star Wars where like there's one A the new movie's coming up, but then they would do waves about like old movies and old characters.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
I would have loved.
And don't go with comic books like they did last time. Base it on the
Yeah.
movies.
Do the cinematic universe that is
Yes.
Well,
really pop culture.
So
prevalent.
when did that first wave come out? Like 2013, 2012, something like that?
2012.
Okay, well the MCU wasn't as big, I'd like to imagine.
But the Avengers was just.
Oh well, yeah, the Avengers was just out. You're
Yeah,
right.
that's why they did it.
Lego
But
Marvel.
they didn't do it MCU.
Yeah, Lego Marvel was not as big as it was now, right?
Yeah.
Lego Marvel was a theme that they were just easing into it. So.
The only characters I would be worried about, and they would really need to nail them, is like Hulk, Thor, and Thanos.
They wouldn't do Scarlet Witch.
They wouldn't do Scarlet Witch. They
wouldn't do Black Widow. No, you're right.
They probably wouldn't do them unless a solo movie came out.
No, it's just because of their suits in general. They wouldn't do Scarlet Witch because her suit is
However, if they're gonna do anybody using that, beach body torso or whatever.
Oh
do
no.
Black Widow.
Yeah, Black Widow would work. Actually, I could imagine the Infinity War suit working really well for Black Widow.
Yeah, I could see it. It's just the face would be.
The
so
face
weird.
would be
I can't even
awful.
imagine
I don't
Scarlett
know.
Johansson in a weird human.
It would need to be done right. It would need to be a good balance of accurate and kind of Lego-ified, what we've gotten.
I'm going to
gotten
put the
with
picture of the Tony bootleg on screen right now.
Oh god.
It's not, honestly, that's not that bad.
It's not, but it's also really gross.
Yeah, it could definitely be better.
Oh,
sure.
well, it's a
Well,
bootleg
like, they could
company,
do Cap
so
just fine, and they could do like a Hulkbuster, like big one, and they
Hulkbuster
could do,
I would see happening. Yeah.
They could do like a Spider-Man and the Iron Spider and give him like the arms. And
Iron
stuff.
Spider. Oh, that would
Oh, yeah.
sell so well. That would sell
Oh, yeah.
amazingly.
They could do they could have done a Vulture. Vulture would have been amazing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh,
So
Vulture would have been sick. He would have been a vehicle set pretty much.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
With massive wings, and he's got a helmet, and it's
And
perfect.
he's got those friggin'. If you've seen the mock, they would just give him like those hooked feet. It would be really easy.
And Ant-Man is perfect because they can do Ant-Man, they can do Yellow Jacket, and they can do Wasp. And there's 3 great figures.
And a lot of recolors.
Or, what's her name? Ghost in the new movie. She's pretty
Ghost,
cool.
Yeah, she looks all right.
Maybe
Yeah,
we
I mean,
get
her
a
design's pretty-
maybe we
I don't
get
know
a
about her in-
A new, I guess, different recolors.
maybe we get a hood too for her. Maybe
A what?
a hood for once. That could be cool.
Oh yeah,
that would be really cool if we got a hood, but they didn't do it for Kylo. So I don't know. If
But
they
I
do
don't.
it.
I mean, if it didn't happen with like all the 8 different opportunities they had in Star Wars, they're not.
You're
doing it
right.
Now.
Fair enough. This is all speculation. Obviously, don't think this is legit. This is not happening, and it probably will never happen, which sucks.
It probably won't. But imagine how good an Infinity Gauntlet
It
could be.
would.
They could have like Lego studs
A
be the
buildable
stones.
figure Infinity Gauntlet. That they would probably. It would
Yeah, like the
obviously
studs
be a
or like
custom
those
piece.
little like gem pieces could be the stones. It would be perfect.
I don't know if
Yeah, and the new gem pieces they introduced would be perfect for it because it would be bigger and it would look more in scale.
I don't know if it would be one molded piece. It seems like they would just make it that, but I don't know.
I think it would be.
I think the hand would obviously be one piece, but I think like the gauntlet that extends to the arm would
Oh
be
well, yeah,
some build just so the hand has articulation.
yeah.
You know what I think it would be? I think it would be something like, when they'll make like a base piece, like just a big, like, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but they'll make like a base piece
like
and they'll
the-
build around it. I think they would make like a base
Oh yeah,
piece, and then they would
Like
build. It would have like parts for like.
Like
figures,
Maul's
and then
head
would,
is like 3 different types of plastic or something like that. So
Yeah.
is that what you mean?
Yeah. Honestly, if they wanted to do, they would probably do, just with the gem pieces, so you could take out them all and put them in.
Those are
But if they
really
wanted
tiny.
to,
They are really tiny
they could-
though.
Yeah, they could just like mold it with the different plastics in because they're really good at dual molding at this point.
Yeah, the dual molding looks amazing.
Yeah. So that was a nice tangent. I just
No,
really
we're not done yet. We're
No?
still going. No, we're
Oh,
still going.
okay.
As a quick side note, while we're on the Infinity Gauntlet, I am going to be making a Thanos mock because Lego's never going to give it to us. So
Obviously.
that was just a little,
Yeah.
tidbit.
Yeah,
But
you
yeah,
do it, like, taking stuff
I will
apart.
say we've been recording for like 45 minutes, so
I was gonna say War Machine would be amazing.
War Machine would be
War
great, dude.
Machine. He'd be so good.
We get like little
War Machine would be great. They could do like,
Ultron.
freaking
Ultron.
Ultron would be amazing. Ultron would be fantastic.
He'd be,
Probably
he'd be such a good.
yeah.
He'd be such a good.
You think he'd be
Titan set.
gunmetal or silver?
Yeah, right. And
I
then
think he'd
they
be.
could-
I think he'd be silver because in the movies he's much more a bright silver.
Isn't
Yeah, I
he?
think
Isn't he gunmetal in the Lego figure?
Yeah, it was gross.
Well, I know the Lego figure is disgusting, but
They did do a silver one. The silver Lego figure is good, but then they did a gross gunmetal one.
yep.
But yeah, they could do. There's so many different villains and characters they could do. They could even.
Oh
do,
man.
like,
They could
Sorry.
do like one of Ultron's drones, which would be a perfect comic Ultron.
yeah,
They
pretty
should
close,
do.
yeah.
They should do a Lewis buildable figure from Ant.
Black Panther. They could do
No.
Black Panther.
That would be the worst. That would be the worst figure you could ever
They could have
buy.
done Black Panther and Killmonger. That would have been cool.
Black Panther would have been great.
Panther would have sold really well.
I don't see them doing a Killmonger because he'd just be a resuit of.
Yeah, but
Black
then there'd be
Panther.
a lot of characters that'd be resuits.
It wouldn't be the first time that they've pretty much just done that.
The
Yeah.
problem with Killmonger, with the Killmonger suit, is too, or the Jaguar, whatever the heck it's called, is that it's mostly just black, like with
Yeah,
gold
the
prints.
only real detail is on the head.
Well, yeah, but it's mostly black with like gold lining, so it would just be like black pieces with a lot of gold printing, and I don't think they'd do that. So it seems like something they wouldn't do, but I would love it. It'd be
I think
really cool.
Panther would be more feasible.
Oh,
'cause
yeah,
he's got
I think-
more details.
I'd love at least 1 or 2 sets per movie. I think that'd be great. It
Yeah.
depends on the
Well,
movie.
That probably would be good. We'd probably get the main hero and the villain, and then maybe like with something with Ant-Man and the Wasp, we'd get like the Wasp.
It'd be Ant-Man and the Wasp, I think.
Avengers, we'd get like a ton
Yeah.
of figures with like a Titan.
Yeah, exactly. I
Yeah,
imagine we get
Infinity- like for something like Infinity War, I could definitely see like two
yeah
waves. Like,
2
split
waves,
up.
6 sets potentially, or like per wave.
Mhm.
I think that could work really
yeah.
well.
Well, they could do like 2 wave 6 sets, and then there's a Titan in each set, and they could have done the Hulkbuster, and they could have done Thanos. or
Yep.
whatever.
And
Oh, yeah,
and then like individual movies that aren't as big, you do like 2 sets or something.
Like Spider-Man: Homecoming would have been amazing. Would have gotten Spider-Man and Vulture, and that would have been
Spider-Man,
amazing.
Vulture, and that would have blown out their budget for that wave because Vulture would be massive.
And that'd be all they need, unless
Yep.
they were gonna
Yeah.
do the Iron Man suit.
Or unless they're gonna frickin' do frickin' Shocker, please don't.
They wouldn't.
Yeah,
That'd be
he's
awful.
He's a nasty human boy.
That's why I
They
say
do
Civil War, we
Shocker.
could've gotten- in Civil War,
They
we
do
could've gotten,
Shocker.
We could have gotten
But they just-
Crossbones in Civil War. He would have good.
He would have. I think he would have had kind of like arm design, kind of similar to the Range Trooper legs. Honestly,
maybe
Yeah,
that
probably.
could work.
Or they make like a weird new add-on because they love making weird new add-ons.
But yeah. So
Iron Man 3 would have been amazing because we would have gotten just a billion Iron Man suits.
Yes.
just a bunch of suits.
That's why they need in their own spare time they would need to just like have an Iron Man 3 set every now and then.
Yeah, right.
That'd be great. They wouldn't do that.
Because if they're ever running out of ideas, Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3, they got what's the blue suit that everyone loves?
Igor.
Igor. Yeah, that
Or
everyone.
he would be a Titan for sure.
What do you? Oh well, yeah.
He was like the
Well,
Hulk
I think
Buster
he'd be a
prototype.
Titan in the way that like he'd be like
Like a
American
big
Destroyer.
boy.
oh yeah, Omar the Destroyer. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, it would be.
More-
You couldn't put.
I think what they would probably do is they'd probably make a new chest add-on that would just be for Iron Man, and so that it can have the
Dude.
circular thing on it or whatever.
Can we just talk about how good Spider-Man would be?
He would be so
Uh,
good.
It's
He would be so good.
it's mostly because we've seen the bootleg that Kasai got.
Yeah.
You reviewed it,
Yeah,
right? Yeah, you
honestly,
did.
And that friggin' head is a mask. Like they
Yeah,
could do
it
a
is.
way better actual head.
I don't.
Yeah, they could do. They could have. And what would be cool is if they did like a Homecoming Spider-Man and then like a Homecoming 2 Spider-Man. They could do the different eye things, the different eye expressions.
They would do.
Like,
They would
yeah,
definitely do
that'd be
Iron
cool.
Spider for Infinity War.
And then you
and
could,
he,
like,
Iron Spider's
pop
perfect because
his-
he's more mechanical. And they could have made him look.
He'd
more
have
robotic.
articulated hands. It would have been great. Or not hands, friggin' the arms.
They'd
Arms.
never do that.
No, I was talking about the arms, my guy.
I'm not gonna lie. I think Guardians 2 would have been kind of gross if they did figures for it.
Drax, I need a
Yeah,
Drax figure.
Imagine ego.
I would obviously I would want a Guardians team. Like if they did Infinity War have Star Lord in that, and then Guardians 3 have some of the other
I
Guardians.
think if they did, I think I would be cool with them. I think Groot could be fine.
Groot.
I think Rocket could be
Yeah.
fine. But then as soon as you get to Gamora and Mantis and Drax, you start freaking
Drax,
stuff up.
friggin', how would you even do Drax? You'd use the Star Wars torso, and it'd be all printed and skin-like, and it would be
Ugh.
disgusting. And you have a
Mantis,
big.
I think it would be
maybe
more. I think his tattoos would be more like kind of artsy and less like they look like scars on Drax. That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
Like
I think
Just kinda-
either you could do Mantis because she's got the slightly bigger eyes and the weird antenna.
Oh, she'd be gross though. She would be really gross.
She'd be better than Gamora.
you'd know they do Gamora though, because she's one of the main.
Yep.
They did a brick head of hers, so yeah, I see that
And they
happening.
got to get past the whole lady hair. They just got to do lady hair. Stop trying to avoid doing lady hair.
It's too intricate for them. It's
They're gonna be like, hey Marvel, can you have like
they're gonna.
Star-Lord put a bit on Gamora at some
Oh, we
point?
probably
in this movie?
would have gotten a Nebula, which would have been kind of interesting.
Nebula's weird
Nebula
though.
would be
She's got a
cool.
lot.
She's
She's
all
got a lot of.
robotic, so-
She's
That would be weird.
she's got a lot of colors though, so it'd be hard to
And
balance
she's
that.
also got completely black eyes, so the eyes wouldn't have been creepy.
It would be black eyes with little
Yeah.
white dots in them. Be awful. I don't know. I don't like the idea of
Uh,
Nebula. Should we change?
She have a.
Oh.
She could. Well, just as a last sub.
Whatever then. Hurry up.
Have like. She could have like a cool like Technic robot arm.
Maybe. I don't think they do that. I think they just
But
slap
yeah,
a little
so
skeleton hand.
Renzo wants to wrap this section up.
I
so.
don't. But we were talking about that for a while. It's like 50 minutes now. So,
It's whatever, my guy. It can be a 2-hour podcast. It'll be fine.
dude, do you not realize how slow? Like this is worrying. This is the first time I'm recording an episode. So, the fact that it
Well,
hasn't.
we'll see.
Okay.
Well, we've still got to get to Mox and Infinity War.
I know this is a
Yeah.
long episode.
Okay, so
Can I talk?
We
about
were gonna-
Whoa.
What?
Can I talk about bottom 6 quickly?
yeah, go ahead.
So Renzo episode 7 is coming. No.
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be
Hey,
great.
Chronicles of Darkness. No, go ahead.
Chronicles of Darkness is
What?
canceled.
Canceled.
So
Let's call the episode
yeah,
that.
about bottom 6, and I'm like not talking about it that much, but I've got a big update. So the issue is, I'll be working on it, and I'll be like, okay, this is good, this is tangible, I can do this, and then I'll come up with an idea and go, oh god, now I got to do that, and that'll extend me another week. So I keep adding stuff onto the episode, which is gonna be a big episode, but I'm stopping myself now. The problem is there's so many. I thought about this a while earlier today, but the perfect way to put it is there's so many different elements that I need to create in order to pull off the episode that it's taking me a while to incorporate all these ideas in moments or things into it to pull it off. And I'm having to do a lot of stuff by myself. There's a lot of when you guys see it, you know what I mean. I can't say anything, but there's a lot of intricate little things that I need to create in order to do it. And the frame rate of stop motion is 24 FPS all the way through, so it's just been a lot. However, I will say I'm really close to the home stretch. I'm almost done with the fight with the Cataclysm, and then after that, there's like I'm on the home stretch after that. After that, I'm like, okay, I'm almost done filming after that. So I'm really close. The issue is editing. I'm like halfway through, and I can tell you that the episode right now, the current cut is 28 minutes, and I think I'm about halfway through. So it's definitely looking to be a pretty long one. But it's just, like I said, there's just so much going on that there's a lot that I need to put into it that it's taking a lot of work. And once again, when you guys see it, you'll know what I mean. But and the special effects too. There's more special effects shots in this than in any other video I've ever made. There's like I can't even like almost every shot in the Cataclysm fight is a special effect. And it's just like I'm having to learn new techniques, and it's just really hard to do some of it, and it takes a lot of time. And I'm doing my best here, but there's probably like 10 green screen shots in this episode, which is like never happens. So
Dang.
I'm doing my best, but I think it's gonna be very satisfying when everybody watches it. The only problem is the story. When I wrote it with an ending and a layout in mind, and I saw Infinity War, and Infinity War has kind of a similar feel. And as soon as I upload the episode, everyone's gonna say I was inspired by Infinity War, and I wasn't because I wrote this like 6 months ago. But whatever, I'm just gonna have to live with that. So.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Don't
We'll back
worry.
you up on that if anyone says that. That's okay.
Okay.
We know behind the scenes process is rough, and every episode of Fodom is generally really rough to put together.
This
but
one though is on a whole new level.
yeah, well, that's the problem with Fodom. Every single episode is harder and harder
I
to
know.
make.
Every single episode is like better than the last one.
Because you're a
quality-wise,
madman.
there's a lot more going
Yeah, I
on.
know you're a madman, and
And this
every
one is
single
a
time.
huge jump. Like this isn't like a jump from like Fodom 4 to Fodom 5. Where
Yeah.
It's like a little bit of an increase. This is like a jump of like Fodom 2 to Fodom 3.
You guys will know because you guys will know. First of all, new camera, so
new camera, the cinematography,
more
is
effects.
completely different. The effects, the writing.
It's amazing. It's cinematic.
It's cinematic.
It's beautiful.
It's so good, but yeah, it's just a lot. But I think when I finally get it out, everyone's gonna really enjoy it. And I also gotta say though, while you're waiting, rewatch the old episodes because I got this feeling when I first clicked play at the beginning of like, whoa, like scatterbrain, like okay, there's a lot going on. The characters are in a lot of locations that you might get lost if you haven't seen the last ones. Even if you have seen them, you might want to see it recently because again, I have the episodes memorized and I was still a little okay. This picks up at the end of a story, so all the characters are in very specific places, and you just got to keep track of that. So I highly recommend. I will notify everyone a day before I upload it, or before I make it public, so everyone can watch the earlier ones before then. But you might just want to keep going back and doing it just to really soak in the story because it's like it's gonna be like if you went into Avengers 4 without seeing Avengers 3.
So the short term is go subscribe to Thatch. He's got something. He's got something big.
It's coming. He's working on it.
Don't rush him. Don't ask him when it's coming out.
I've been working on it a lot harder recently. I've been getting a lot done in a short amount of time, so that's good.
Don't ask him when it's coming out. He's not a madman. He can't predict. Yeah.
Hey, Thatch.
Don't
say he was inspired by Infinity War.
Don't say that.
I wasn't. It happened beforehand, and everyone.
Thatch wrote it like 17 months ago.
I know immediately I'm gonna get comments when people are gonna say, "Very Infinity War style."
Oh yeah, I'm sure it will be. I'm sure it will be.
So we were gonna talk about
I don't know what you said because you just friggin' blanked out, but all right.
Yeah. What? Oh, so we were gonna talk about Comrade Selfmock.
Mm-hmm.
But
he's dead.
That didn't plan. We were kind of pressed for time. He didn't have much longer to stay around, so we'll do that next time he's on a podcast. But so this is the Mox section, and so I'm gonna move on to mine since Comrade's not here anymore.
No one else has one, and apparently you've got this big complicated backstory. So everybody sit down.
Everyone fall asleep.
So I would like to introduce to you all Ryrius.
Okay.
This is a big mock project that I've been working on. It was very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Probably my most challenging project yet, but so he's got some lore that I'll go into. So Ryrius, also called Kyrix, was one of 3 immortal beings. They were the Andras, the first creations of the 10 fragments. The gods called him Ryrius. The mortals knew him as Kyrix, meaning harbinger of the gods. Ryrius believed himself to have been perfect. While the gods are incomplete beings, he is whole. He saw himself as their successor, not their creation. He convinced his siblings to rise against the fragments. The 3 of them were cursed and cast out, turned to monsters, barely resembling their former selves. Ryrius and his siblings faded into legend, becoming 3 of the ancient Theoteras, which translates to the gods' beasts. Ryrius is the centaur, a mighty beast that hunts the wilderness of the Breach, slaying any unsuspecting intruders into his territory.
Okay, so you know how to, so you know big names, and you know how to confuse me.
So his name is Ryrius.
Right, but he has like 2 names.
Yeah, one's just kind of more of a title.
Okay.
So that one doesn't matter.
So what I got out of that is this is Briareus Tyreus, the god of Tygadus. No, I'm kidding. So he's a centaur, and I really do like the look. I like the brown. I will admit I got a little triggered when I saw him at first because like that looks like a character of mine, but
What? Oh,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
He looks like Matilus a little bit, and I cried.
I I don't remember who that is.
I'll put him up on screen. He's adorable. Anyways, it was just with the horns and that mask and the orange. It like really threw me off the first time I saw it.
Yeah, it's not a horn. It's like a samurai crest.
Is it? I can't see it because there's a stupid recording thing in my way. I can barely see him.
Yeah, you'll see.
Okay, yeah, I
But,
do. I like him. I like the brown. I like the hair. I like how that looks. So he's really creative.
His body. He's a centaur, obviously. So his
He's-
body was supposed to float. Like
He's
horse.
really big too. I'll give him that. He is massive. So.
Yep.
Yeah, I like him. What do you guys got to say?
What was he the god of again?
He's not a god. He was created by them.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh.
I left to go grab some orange juice while you explain the entire lore. So
He's gonna go choke on some orange juice.
because my voice is killing me. Okay, so I had to get some sort of liquid.
So yeah, what do you guys think?
Okay, so I saw him like 2 minutes ago, but he looks really cool. I really like him. He's really like, I wonder what his story deal is.
He just told you.
No, I wasn't here. I was getting juice because my voice.
Oh.
Listen to my voice, dude. Okay. It's
He's
bad.
a Centaurus.
So what does he do though? What is his deal?
So he's this. So he was one of the first 3 beings that the fragments of Zeltorius created. And so he convinced his siblings, the other 2, to rise up against the fragments because he thought he was better than them because they were only part of a being and he was his own entity. So they cast him out and cursed them. So he turned into this centaur, this monster, and so he's just like been stuck on the breach, and he's just been living in the wilderness, stalking and killing people if they come into his area.
Oh wow. Okay.
I can't tell.
I just saw the function.
Sorry.
That is freaking awesome.
So what
He
is the
has two
function?
functions.
Yeah, what are the functions?
So-
I can't watch them.
So his first function is the most complicated part about it. So his entire torso is custom,
Uh-huh.
and so you twist his tail, and it is a lever for a gear function that makes all 4 of his legs run.
Oh my.
Holy crap.
Yeah, it looks really
Um,
cool. And then, but the
then-
torso function is really cool too.
The torso function is just basically a modified version of the Praetorian
Oh,
function, where he just
okay.
can like swing his arms.
I'll have to
But
check
yeah.
this out after recording. This looks really interesting.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can
Um,
put the videos on the recording too. So
Yeah, play them in
Should-
loop a little bit because they're each quick. So play them a couple
yeah,
times.
I'll see what I can do.
Holy frick.
Yeah. So now with that in mind, that makes them a little better. That makes them a lot better actually.
The entire like horse body is all custom.
That's really
And then
cool.
The tail, like I said, the tail is the lever for the action.
From what I could tell, again, because I can barely see because I got this stupid stuff in my way. But from what I saw, he looked really intricate with just like without knowing that there was like a whole Technic body. He already looked like a pretty good mock. So now that I know he's got this huge Technic body, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's pretty nuts. So his originally the idea was he was kind of samurai-esque.
Mhm.
So he's got the head crest. He's got a katana that he wields on his side, and then he's got a giant like spear.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So can I just talk about like the general like mock and everything?
Yeah,
a
go
little
ahead.
bit here? Okay. I really, really, really like him. He looks like one of the most creative characters. I've never seen anything really like it. Initially when I saw the whole idea of you sent a lot of photos. When I saw the whole idea of the fact that his legs were all brown but his torso was like a dude, it was like they didn't match. And at first I was like, I don't know how I feel about that, but looking at him more and seeing the top photos, I really like it because it kind of gives you the feeling that the legs are not like he's mutated, like they made him like a monster. But it looks cool because it looks like you could literally rip the upper half off and then just stick on some orange and blue and silver legs, and then you'd have a dude.
And honestly, you really could, because his torso is designed like that.
Yeah, and I really like it. He looks like a really cool creative. Like, I mean, no offense, Kasai.
Uh-oh.
But like when you got villains that are like, you know, you got your Crozes, and you got your Blazes, and you got your you know, all those dudes, all the dudes who are just big boys that like, you know, are strong, and you know there's not much to them. And then you get, and they're, you know, kind of, there's not a whole lot of, you know, you kind of get, they're kind of the same old. I mean, they're great, but you know, it's nice to see something so refreshingly different for a villain, and I really dig it. It's a really unique and cool idea. And I think it was really good. I really like the shaping of the horse buttocks. I think that looks very good.
I really like that shaping.
I really like that horse booty.
Oh no, guys, Thatch is in
Nope.
love with a horse.
Nope.
Yep.
I'm trying to say it looks natural. It looks like a real horse, but all right.
That's the episode title.
And honestly, I think this is probably the best thing I could have used those Chewbacca pieces for.
Yep.
'Cause otherwise, they were so useless.
I know.
Unless you want to make a nasty beard or something.
Ew.
Makoto, what do you think?
The function. Dear God. At first, I was like, wait, so how is this your most complex mock? Until I saw that. Because I was saying, Kasai, you're one of the best mocks I know. And I'm like, oh, no, I'm not going out there.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
Shut up, Renzo.
Okay.
So sorry, I don't like your mocks all the time up to Kasai.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm being honest.
Why don't you like all my
podcast
mocks?
right now, right here?
Because Kasai has a little twist and taste to it, though.
What do you mean? I have twisted taste too.
No.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What?
You make yours. You make yours a little
What?
simplistic.
Simple? I think he's trying to say simple.
Yeah, a little too simple. sometimes.
Okay, whatever then.
Crystal is being an example of that.
That's the point, though.
No, it's too simple for my taste.
Oh my, whatever. I'm leaving. I'm leaving the Hapori. This is stupid.
No, please.
Hi, Renzo.
This is
I
stupid.
think Renzo is breaking up with you.
Ew.
Okoto, screw you. Your mocks are too simple.
All right. Fair enough.
He doesn't really mock much though.
That's what I'm saying. That's the
Alright.
joke.
So you
Mock?
can't judge him like that because he hasn't
I am
worked on-
joking. Whatever. Yes, my mocks are simple. I
Okay.
don't care.
You're a bully. But yeah,
Okay.
I will say, Renzo, you're one of my favorite monkeys out of the Hapori, so there you go.
Thanks for babying me. Okay.
You're welcome.
Thank you for lying to him again.
Oh my god.
I'm not lying to him. I actually legitimately believe that. I always actually really like Renzo's mocks because they're always freaking weird, and I really like that. So.
I like some, it's not all, I like more of Kasai's.
Well, okay, I should rephrase that.
I didn't make Crystal. That was my brother.
That's a lie.
No, it was not.
I like Renzo's mocks when he does do weird stuff, but when
Yeah.
Renzo again, like when you just do stuff like that's like a toe or something, it's not as cool. But I still really like when
exactly.
you do like
Alright.
the freaking Crab Boy. Oh my god, I love Crab Boy.
Yeah, that's it's cool. It's just like it's not all. There's more stuff I like from Kasai. Most of his work is very well.
Okay.
No, it's not like. Yeah.
Just
exactly.
Just answer Kasai's question. I don't care
Okay,
anymore.
I like
Renzo's
this dude a lot.
So yeah,
Freaky.
continue.
He reminds me of one that freaking monster from Scooby Doo with the minute. I'm not gonna bring that up.
What?
That's the first thing. You search it up if you guys know. I mean, you're amazing. But I really like this dude. It looks like one of the Renzo villains that Renzo made.
Uh-huh.
It just looks like
It does.
Flopping to. Yeah, he does. He has the same color scheme. Well, other than the, I keep saying the Minotaur. I don't know why. But I love the build. It is astonishing.
Thank you.
Wow. I love this little spear. I got the spear and sword going on. I really like, and yeah, it's incredible. Wow. Yeah, I really like I'm curious of how you came with the idea of this character.
Actually, funny enough, so I got the idea for the mock, just from my dad. We were sitting in the car, and we were talking about some stuff that I could do for the Portland Lego convention next year. And he said, "Why don't you make like a centaur guy?" And I was like, "Whoa, that might actually
That's
be really
what it
cool."
is. Frick me. Okay.
Yeah.
So what was even your idea? Since you're mooching off your dad, I see how it is.
So let's move on. Anyways, what are we gonna talk about next?
Oh wow, Renzo. Wow.
Well, I'm not.
Renzo.
I'm not in a good mood anymore.
Okay. Well, you didn't give any thoughts on whatever.
Because you
No, he
told.
doesn't watch it. Better he hates him.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's a really good mock, Kasai. I'm just jealous.
Well, thank you.
I can't wait to see how this guy functions after the video.
So yeah, you guys want to get into
Echo going on.
We got an echo going on.